So what was some of your most fondest memories of the Brothers Cazimero?
Oh gosh, there really were so many, but playing music with Roland was an I didn't realize how lucky I was until now, after he's gone. Um Roland used to always say that, I'd be the singer in the front and he'll be the orchestra in the back. And he was. He covered all the bases. We sang together like we were singing 3 or 4 part harmony because we would just change all the time. It was it is one of the greatest learning lessons in my life because it was so easy. We knew when each other was going to move without even looking at each other after a while. You could tell just by a pull of a string or by the turn of a head or the way a note went into a next note. I mean, and the things that he would do on the guitar. There are times when I would look at him and I go, "Son of a bitch, what is that you're playing?" He goes, no, it's just something I heard on the radio. I was like, "What?" He goes, "It's this group. You can go listen to them." And I can't stand to listen to that, like, metal type stuff.
Mm.
And Roland listened to all that stuff, and then he would just fool around on the guitar.
Mhm.
And I was like, "I don't know what you're doing, but I like that. Let's do that."
Cool.
And so moments with Roland like that were amazing. And then as he got, his health began to diminish,
Mhm.
it became more difficult,
Mhm.
more difficult. But I miss those. And then as far as performances are concerned, everybody wants to know about Carnegie Hall. Everybody used to ask us, "Well, what was it like performing at Carnegie Hall?" It was nice. I think it was good. I'm not so sure.
Mhm.
But you want to talk to me about those parties on Duval Street in Kapahula at Sam Kapu's house? Now that concert there in the yard at the luau table under the shade, that's what I'm talking about. Parties in Kalihi at our house on Polena Street, them's the concert that people would never, ever see or
Mhm.
know, but they were the best ones.
Mhm.
And then we used to do these shows at Christmas time. All our shows at Christmas time were special. But there was a certain amount of years that we did Christmas shows in San Francisco. And there was this one time when we had just started the show. And the whole area of Chinatown and into the financial area where we were performing, um, the electricity went off in that whole area. And it stayed off for a long time. And we had just started the show. And our sound guy at the back had one of these flashlights, but it was one of the big ones like this. And I was talking and it was in the dark and he just put it on to shine on me. And we did the show like that with just that one. And that was one of my favorite shows.
Oh, that's so cool.
The other one is whenever we could do shows in Waimea, Hawaii Island, at the Kahilu Theater Kahilu Theater. Anytime we can do a show in Waimea is special to me.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I remember one time we performed and Roland his album, the Pele album had just come out and we were doing a Pele song and there was an earthquake and so they have Kahilu Theater. They have those hanging lanterns.
I've never been there, but
okay, so they have
I
the
know
hanging
what it is.
and we're singing and the lanterns are swaying like this in the
Whoa.
building. And I was like, do we stop and run out of the building?
Yeah. Is that a sign to keep going or stop?
Yeah. So, and there have been other times in between. There have been so many wonderful times.
Mhm.
And those concerts that we used to do when Punana Leo was first starting and they needed the help, we would do every single one. I mean, I flew the halau to Hilo one time because Kaua was a Kaunoi, Kamana Wilson. She was the dancer of my hula sister, Lena Alahaini Kalama.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so Kaua would be in our shows, whenever we did shows together with Allah and Christmas concerts and stuff like that. So that, plus the fact that we're all good friends, when they needed help, we just all show up. And we did as many of them as we could until they actually started the school in Hilo, and then every once in a while we would go. Yeah.
I really want to get Kumukamana and Pila on the podcast.
Yeah, I would love to be. Can you invite me?
Totally.
I'll just sit quietly.
Yeah. Well, by then I think we're gonna have a different couch set up, and then we're gonna have like a couch over there so people can like watch and just hang out.
You should. That's gonna be great.
Yeah, I got their number. I've just been I haven't reached out yet. Also, I thought I've never spoken English to them. Or not Pila, because he teaches all kind of different stuff. Like, he taught us Latin and like other stuff. But Kumukamana, I've never spoken English to her, so it'll be so weird doing the whole podcast in English.
Do you know Kalena Silva too?
Yes. Why does that sound so familiar?
Yeah, he's at the university. Kulanui, Mahilo.
Okay.
He kauka oya.
Kauka.
Yeah,
Hamana Kula
No.
Hello, Inavahi?
Ke Kulanui.
Oh, Kulanui Mahilo.
Yeah, and he's the head, I think, of the Hawaiian doctorship.
Okay.
But
that name sounds so
my
familiar.
other Hiapo,
Pereira
is my adopted baby.
What?
Yeah, so Hiapo's father was Roland's martial arts teacher.
Oh, wow.
And I knew Hiapo because he was the son, but I also knew Hiapo when he was in school, and he and his pals used to come over to
Kamehameha, sorry.
Yeah. So him and Kalaiantai.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they would come to the house and we'd play music and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. And then Poki'i plays music, his younger brother.
Oh, yeah. So, so I know all that. But Kalena is my hula brother. So we graduated from the same lehua class from Mikey.
Wow, all these crazy connections.
Yeah.
Kumihapo was the most scariest teacher in Avahi.
She can be scary. Yeah. We were really, really good friends. And it was so funny because this year, was it this year? Oh, I was having a birthday party and I wanted them to come. She and Namaka.
Namaka.
Rollins.
Yeah.
What do you call her?
Anake Namaka.
Okay.
These are just all Anake, Kumu, Po'okumu.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. So Pili wa mekela o Hanake Kahi.
Oh, okay.
And
Anake Pua?
I.
Yeah.
I. But Pili Oya me ku'utita hula o Leina Alahai ni Kalama. Pili loa. Ka ohana ke kai. But yeah, so I told them I wanted them to come, and then they couldn't come because they were getting ready to do the ho'ike at Mary Monarch, because they honored Punana Leo. So I said, okay, so me and Kaipo, who I told you about earlier, because we're all pals, I said, we're going to fly up there, we'll have lunch together, then we'll come home. I still haven't done it yet, so.
Ooh.
I know. And I got to do it before the year is done, because otherwise.
Yeah.
Mai ka'i ole.
Yeah.
So,
wait, so you know Ivalani too? Ivalani
Kalima?
Kaohanohano?
Ivalani Kaho'ano.
She works for...
Oh, yeah.
So that Ohana, my sister is dating Malu, the younger brother.
Oh, I don't know that.
But that Ohana, they used to cater Mary Monarch for so long, right? The Kwali Kaohanohano family.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... that's like my extended Ohana now too. So, yeah, and she used to be good friends with Namaka. So when we have my niece's first birthday and nephew's first birthday, like Namaka would be there. Nakala Crab.
Mika Kaokele.
Kaokele, yeah. So all of them.
And let's see, and the boys. Namaka's sons. I can see their faces, and I can't. Well, now I'm getting old. I'm having a senior moment. Makala is the baby. Well, he's just always the baby, and then his older. I can't believe I can't.
I'm not super familiar with them, but Huli Lau he helped us. He was one of my kumus at Punana Leo.
I knew Huli Lau when he was in his mother.
Yeah.
Him and his Kili too.
Yeah.
I love those two. Every time I see Kili, I just love them. Love them.